Alleged poacher killed in an encounter with police and forest personnel. Hello and welcome to Korbyang Life. I'm Julie Hansepi, bringing you the latest news for today. And now the news in detail. In a shocking that has come from our Bokajan correspondent, a poacher was killed during firing with the Assam Police and Forest Protection personnel at Nambor Reserve Forest. Our correspondent has sent us this report. The incident took place at around 8 p.m. in the night of March 3 when forest personnel along with police was on a regular patrolling in Nambor Reserve Forest, Arlongadan area. The poacher was killed in retaliation when the forest personnel and police team were fired upon by the illegal timber smugglers, during which other smugglers involved in the incident were also apprehended. The incident took place under Northeastern Forest Range, Silonijan, under Borpathar Police Station.
Atumidik nifai ke thom ani ajo jelu opor tukulangso mate bojana hawar long ada wildlife area long isi hetala kotna doglo akotna mane lahlo isi ahuni alamang kela sonlo hadaga rongosor atu heng loga chendam la peratung thing pistame ke andam osi dak nitung kachinidun tame hopeta tung mithang a family phan mithang sumara so donrap chelanai phan lahai ka dogawe thenglang ka chendam pen la pen thi pida kewan kwalam tak langlos tame la solam nga hoklam chine tandon nitung longso apora bang la hanlo je non bikhek nitung dake wang nang ko pang la hanlo inut probin tok bi ko phan bang ke la son ning we police atung la pen forest department atung dak silun rangeman ala tung joint patrolling lo ne police no dam chalone stami kajuro teng bude joint patrolling dam si ala bang son ning we bang thom pe tung ban chitong ma inu than bang ke hileben al boblo.
According to ACF, firing lasted for around 5 minutes. The person who was killed in the cross-firing was identified as Robin Tokpi. Other 3 alleged poachers who were apprehended have been identified as Abraham Ronghang, Lunse Lekte, and Jersong Tiso. They were later brought to the police station. Police had recovered 1.22 pistol and 3 live ammunition from their possession.
Joint patrolling Puridam si lasono we bangke niltum Purudam.
Kada arrange officer amenli ko na sada ko.
Arrange officer bang ni thang mal. Arrange officer bang ni thang mal.
Kada in charge.
Hala da in charge bang ke Niren Chandro Das for start 2.
Pela mangitum hadak pen hadak kitar di dalam hut hili longpon tu isikula se la koson nium se longpon to besar
la si hala da katar kurudam katar libdam so hut bang ke militon police tumben masih joint patrolling kurim tu masih joint patrolling alang tum kado boleh anton benalam mencerap di dan hal da kompetisi hole kelong bang ke la tum si identify lo lalu police personnel pen masih identify masih hal soteng masih identify ateng masih ni itu mangke report cepi dia.
Ini hele lo sar dak long dam.
Hele kelong mangke isi itu aleng lampen pulte hele tawo isi long iglo. Lapen isi mangke amen kopia pistol ni isi long iglo.
A case under Arms Act had been registered at Borpathar Police Station against the alleged poachers and were later produced before the Dipu District Sessional Court. According to sources, bail plea could only be applied after the announcement of the election results. Meanwhile, families of the apprehended persons have refused to believe the narrative of story as being portrayed in the public domain and are likely to fight the case.
Ilitum apran kedam joy Rubin Tokbi fan dead body ke nam je fan ilitum kedap porfain bajinar cap bajisar cap lompen tum hodak foresa sahem malong inhonglo aso inhonglo nilitum isep fan chetong lo aso kachetong ahut nilitum fan angge thandun alam thebang la pohenlo kedam tang tarik ke thom porfai ner cap poralom lang litum patrolling kedam banajok kupi koson balone thengpi kiplak atuma phan hodak ghotona delo hodak ghotona det si Ilu han bangke jagat mada pranam julo lapen bang thong khan ke inang cek lo kasih itu lah kusang ithanun lo rasi aku nang ithanun thulo alang le tumari deng alo hili kilong mate pestul 0.22 kilong po alam nang thanun lo labang so kilong abang ke ci update pen minute photo apor ana phia bangke Assam Police atuma bang kiri getar lip dama sai deng pensi laso ape school pe ni abang ke long pusi purasa ranger mate ACF abang nang tithanun lo Buddhist tami aprandam je bahasa me kunat si doma kupis doma nilitum ritar lip pen arju pensi penelo la pen dead budia bang ke pini mate tarik pho la dipu pen non chepon long lo la hala bang thom thon bang ke district jail si thap thot lo
Shubhas Terang's report from Langchating for Carbang Long Life. The lack of bridge to cross the Langsumepi Nambor River has been prolonging the pain and hardships of residents of 5 villages in Nambor area. The woes of these villages would become more painful as soon as monsoon season will hit the area very soon. Falling under the Nilip constituency, the 5 villages comprising of Babu Teran village, Mogol Singh Tiso village, Biren Tiso, Sarthilekte and Hemari Singnar village are more than 50 years old, but these villages are still deprived of basic infrastructure. These villagers have to cross the river in order to reach market, hospital, schools and for almost everything. And the advent of monsoon season is needed for cultivation and farming, but it also means hardships for children, women, elderly and youths and even men who have to go out for work, schools and other purposes as they have to cross the river. The people of these villages are more disappointed and hurt over the lack of attention they are receiving from government and the autonomous council despite their villages being more than 50 years old. While speaking to local media, villagers said that Bokajan MLA Dr. Numol Momen had promised them to construct a bridge in his last election meeting, but he completely forgot all of his promises made to villagers of these 5 villages after winning the election.
Under Nilip consequency, Bogajan LEC ke parlo, laso arong langsung nipiarong nalitum home report kiro pilo, nilitum aprang si lada Karbiang long rat hanpak lain yang lah ho, ladak nilitum la langsung nipi pu arong do ho, ladak nilip consequency si ke parlo, ladak nilitum kiram tang BJP MLA election alang li election camping hut wang lo alang li la lukimona mondir long acak tekang hai lo te nalitum la delong ke nili nang don fit pu alang li cak lo. Lukimona mondir long acak tekang hai lo te nang li tum la delong ke nili nang don fit pu polisi alang li cak lo tapi non asita ju kasiksa delong dan li tum la rong pen kecit acirung si la so delong acikim lo la pen non adelong la so delong acikim lo la pen non adelong arwi ke jang la pemar tum sita school dum do jam 100 student.
Meanwhile, residents of these 5 villages have urged upon the Karbiang Autonomous Council for their intervention to end their decade-long problems. Samson Ingtis report from Koilamati for Karbiang Live. Let's take a quick commercial break. Stay with us for more news. Nangletum hiti kahelopen kedam ningka saksak doma. Do posita matha ikri. Humri ignon nangletum adung het kedo Pangcho Enterprise.
Nanglik tum ladak long ekji lake electronic goods, gift item, food item, cosmetic, water filter, sport and school item. Lasi Humri non MS Pangcho Enterprises, Jirsong Asong Road, Rongkhelang, Dipu.
Welcome back after the break. At a time when youths in town are busy running after government jobs and contracts to make their livelihood, people of Chaiteron village and the surrounding areas are showing that agriculture is still a productive source of income. They have been engaged in the cultivation of broom for a long time now and are getting handsome earning from it. Our correspondent from Denarong had visited the village to learn more about the people there. Chaiteron village and nearby areas are located along the hillside. People here neither are affected by the political situation of the society nor are they bothered with running after contract bills. From the times of their grandparents, they have been surviving by jhum cultivation on the hills and they are living a quite healthy life. Residing nearby the Rhubarb Anglong and Clover Anglong, people here cultivate some of the most indigenous species of crops like chubok rice, indigenous cucumber, pumpkin, sweet potatoes, yam, tapioca, along with sesame and maize.
Kardom karbing long life kelang arah tum duan. Pininil tum karbing long life pen ladak caiteron orang pen ladak Rhubarb Anglong sidolo. Labang so Rhubarb Anglong penangan kang tuido nil tum sidame peda penang karlu doi barason sinang man lo. Sambil lalo nilitum karbing long life pen isi kipaklang pon kang tung mangal lalo nilitum karbia tum ke aku pusar dina kai hut pen same inglong arit rit ken pen cenglok chubok asok pen ke nong pen cenglok mempo pen cenglok han parbo pen cenglok karbia han do am tami ilitum inglong arlok pen si ilitum ke reng dogring ni chupu chewang bom lo.
Ilitum ke inglong asor
Oh.
mate chaya sor pusita kechoklen chodam ke ha hakku pen ka inglong arit puta kiki dumbok la pen ke tiki ta nilitum sok pendang lok sang pendang lok hen tang ho purui tang ho bong hom tang ho thoi the theng the tang ho pen ke arphek abakan tang ho an ta klen pon bo la sila hai cho yor cho lang a hor mu ke isona long piket isona long poket isona long tongket isona long korapo la puson tin nilitum cho yor cho lang tu te tan
Lalo lasi litum karbia tum stami inglong ari ke do tum jasemet la arphek pepar be hahin choklem so dama mu hin penangan ali chetek long pon so chetek pon long lo nona lang litum na thanu na teng pulote lang litum na hiti bur wastami dam nang ne dake paikari tum si wangsi labang so arphek stami pon po lapen labang so arphek non mat ke ilina long thokera pho mate throke ba sonsi dambom lapen kuntel pen jorong jong si jordam ji pote suri phora achi tim sonsi long non.
Apart from cultivation crops for their own consumption, people out here have big farms of broom. At a time when workforce is bought in the town and cities, villagers here help each other working on turns during cultivation and during harvest. This being the season of harvest, these villagers are selling the broom at ₹55 per kilo. Merchants often gave them money in advance so that they face no shortage of supplies. The production is so huge that villagers do not need to take their produce anywhere. The merchant would come and collect them from their homes. Almost all families in this area are running their livelihood with the income they make from broom cultivation. Due to the hard work of the older generations, several youths of the village are excelling in their studies and pursuing their studies in college and university level. No doubt, broom cultivation by Chaitaron village is not only bringing positive change in their lives, but are also serving as example to many towards self-independence through farming. Bikram Teron's report from Denarong for Karbenglong Live. Well, those were the top stories for today. Thank you for watching Karbenglong Live.